Thank you for joining us for this week's edition of Southwest Connections, our campus-based show where we introduce you some of the great people that make Southwest the wonderful place it is. I'm Bill Mulsel, and I'm your host of the show. And so let's find out what's happening on campus. Our guest this week for Southwest Connections is Cori Dahlager, Director of the School of Graduate Studies. Welcome to the show, Cori.
Thanks, Bill.
Cori, you're a proud SMSU alum and a familiar face on campus. Tell us a little bit about your career here at SMSU.
Sure. Been here for 22 years. Started in admission, worked my way up to graduate admission. Married to an alumni as well, and we've been married for 22 years and have 3 beautiful kids. Very active in sports, so that keeps us busy for the most part. And if I'm not working, I'm usually running or biking or camping or baking. Those that know me know I enjoy baking a little bit. So I stay pretty active one way or the other.
So you lead the School of Graduate Studies, and you've got a broad area over there that you serve. We've offered master's degree at SMSU here now for quite a while, and they've proven to be very popular for students, not only in the immediate area, but from around the country and around the world. Tell us a little bit about who we see enrolling in our graduate programs here at SMSU.
Sure. That's the interesting thing is the master's program started back in about 1995. And definitely in education, a lot of on-campus programs, of course, some online. Then we started migrating more into learning communities, which allowed us to take these master's programs to different places within Minnesota, South Dakota, Iowa. So then teachers, for example, were able to come to us instead of us going to them instead of them coming to us. And it was a great opportunity for them to earn a degree close to home. So the learning communities have been a great hit across the board for the last 20 plus years. Then we've progressed more into expanding with the MBA program. Then we started going overseas a little bit. We started a partnership with Taiwan. So all of a sudden, we were bringing students from Taiwan from 9 different sister schools to SMSU and earning a degree. I think we've had over 280 students that have already earned an MBA degree. So adding a lot of diversity to the campus, which I think has been great. These are students that are actually taking the program on campus, not at a different site. So a lot of different programs, a lot of different delivery methods. So it definitely suits everybody's need.
A lot of different programs. So here's your toughest question of the day. Tell us a little bit about, or list out some of those programs that we offer.
That's always a trick question because we do have 4 master's degrees. So you have a Master of Science in Education, Master of Science in Special Education, Master of Science in Physical Education, Coaching of Sport, and then you have the Master of Business Administration. So those are your 4 master's degrees. Then you kind of have like what we call like a Master's Plus, and that's your educational leadership program. So wanting to become a principal, superintendent, etc. Within each of the different master's program, of course, there's plenty of concentrations to choose from: reading, TESOL, math, English. Special education has a variety of different licensures. MBA has a different concentrations from marketing and management and leadership. So there's lots to choose within each of the different programs. So it makes it quite interesting to narrow it down to exactly what they want to do.
So one of the big responsibilities that you have is trying to find individuals interested in enrolling in these various master's programs. And I know you're starting to offer some virtual open houses. COVID, of course, has changed the way we do things. So
definitely
doing a lot of things virtual. But tell us a little bit about these open houses and what interested students can expect during one.
Sure. I think the virtual open houses have been a great hit because of the fact that, one, you don't have to travel to campus. They're able to, because a lot of times, if that time didn't work for you, then you can't go. Or now, if you just have to log on quick and you have a half an hour meeting, it fits a little bit better in your schedule. So the virtual open houses were a great opportunity to learn more about the different programs we offer, to meet with faculty within those programs. So not only are you picking a program, we're finding a faculty member that teaches within that program. So you can ask a little questions about the program itself, what it entails, and then it gives you a chance to maybe even meet with some alumni if we're able to line that up as well. So I think it's a great opportunity to really ask a lot of questions, very personable. Even at Zoom, it's very personable. And it's accommodating to everybody's schedule because of that.
You mentioned the faculty, having those faculty available, and I know you had a career in admissions, and as did I many years ago.
Yep.
But faculty really are the heart and soul of these programs, and so having those faculty on those Zoom really adds to the experience.
It does. It's a case where they want to know, what's a typical class going to be like? What kind of assignments am I going to be having to endure? What's the time commitment? I mean, most of our students are working full time. So what is going to be able to help me, put me at ease that, yes, I can do this. So having those faculty there, having the alumni or current students, because they can ask, how much homework do you have on a regular basis, and so you can kind of mentally say, can I fit this into my schedule?
You mentioned one of the things that, kind of makes us unique is that we offer in a number of different ways. And in this current environment, we're really focused on meeting students where they're at. Talk a little bit more about some of those different options on how SMSU is delivering our courses.
Sure. Well, many universities, as Southwest, offer online. And so I think that's great for those students that aren't able to or don't want to have that face-to-face. Just give me the content, let me learn it, let me do what I need to do to move on. We also have a hybrid. And I think that's nice, or a high flex. And it allows you the opportunity to have a little face-to-face, which is Zoom these days, or the rest of it is online. And then, as I mentioned earlier, the learning communities. They do meet still face-to-face, and it allows them, it's smaller groups of course, but allows them to have that face-to-face time, and there's many students that they want that. They don't want to have it online, they want to have that interaction, they want to be involved. And so between the online, the hybrid, and the learning communities, I really feel that we have something that's going to fit everybody's need.
You talk about everybody's need, and I think one of the things that I think is important is we do have a lot of working professionals that are attaining that higher degree. Do we cater to the traditional full-time student as well?
Yeah, we do. And that's what is nice is that when you sign up for a program, you can really decide, how fast do I want to get through this? If they're taking 2 classes a semester, they're going to be able to graduate in less than 2 years. So they can either speed it up or they can slow it down. And maybe there's sometimes, I'm married to a farmer, and there's this certain times of the year that he's extra busy. Would he be able to take 2 classes in the fall? Probably not. Maybe he only takes 1. And then in the spring, he is able to load up with a couple more. So it really works if you're working full-time, or if you're working part-time. It allows you to go as quickly or as slowly through the program. The kicker is just making sure you complete it in 7 years. Yeah. So hopefully that's enough time to get it done.
You talked about learning communities, and I think the learning community format is something that Southwest is well known for. And tell our listeners why the quality experience is, we think, better than what others may get in just a traditional online program.
Right. Well, the thing about SMSU, a learning community is a learning community. It's not another cohort. It's not a group of people that are going through the program. These are a group of students that start and finish together. They have, 2 professors that are together during that whole time period. They meet 1 weekend a month, usually on a Saturday and a Sunday, so that gives them time to have a lot of hands-on. It is. It's very interactive. It's not just getting lectured at for 15 hours. These professors that are teaching, one is a university faculty, and so they've got their doctorate degree within the area. So they're teaching, and then we usually try to pull a full-time teacher out of the K through 12 district, because they know what's going on with those teachers. Can't offer too much stuff. We got parent-teacher going on this week. So I think that combination is a great fit with those learning communities, because it's very student-friendly. It's a team. They're working together. It's a learning community.
What are some of the learning communities that are being planned for this next year?
Well, I would say probably the most of the areas that we're going to is Brainerd, Minnesota. So up north, we've been very successful up there. Fergus Falls. We're looking at the Owatonna, Rochester kind of area, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, of course. We always offer one in more central Minnesota. Sometimes it's Granite Falls, sometimes it's Wilmer. That's the neat thing about our program is no matter where we're looking at, it's where the students are coming from. We've gotten a lot of interest from the Twin Cities area. So now all of a sudden we're venturing into the Waconia area, the Woodbury area, and offering our program there. So really once we get a group of students that are interested in the program, our faculty are like, okay, we'll go, and they bring the program right to them.
What's the typical size of a learning community?
Pre-COVID, or in a sense, it was probably 25, 30. With COVID, we've been a little bit more restricted on size because of the space that we're allocated, so then it's smaller groups, which then we usually have to break them up into smaller learning communities.
This is a question that often comes up. Are there scholarship opportunities for folks that are interested in pursuing a master's degree?
We do. The nice thing is with any of our master's programs, we've got different scholarships, Teach Grant, Teacher Loan Forgiveness Program. But with the scholarships, one of my favorite is the District Partnership Scholarship. Why? Because how many times are you going to sign up for a learning community and you've got a couple other coworkers that are kind of on the fence? Now, if all three of you decide to join, you each get a $1,000 scholarship. So not only are you going to have some camaraderie of going to these weekends together, now you're each getting the financial benefit as well. So there's that one, and then there's also the loyalty scholarship. So if I've been through the program and I know you haven't earned your degree yet, I'll be like, hey, come on, Bill, this is a great opportunity for you to earn your master's degree. I'm going to receive some adult education credits because I've recruited you to the program. So it kind of works, it keeps our alumni in the loop. They're always wanting that extra professional development, and so they're always out there helping us lead other students to our programs.
So that's a good segue. One of the things that the School of Graduate Studies also does is offer adult education and professional development courses. And we now have several certificates available. Tell us a little bit more about these options and who the target audience is for those types of courses.
Right. We've definitely ventured more and more into these adult education courses. They're really geared around what school districts want there for professional development. And a lot of the students that join these AE classes are using their classrooms, using their school district as kind of a lab. So it's very hands-on. They're able to take everything back to their school district and implement it. So it's very much beneficial for the school district and the student in a sense. So they're very beneficial in the sense that they're increasing their knowledge within the area, along with receiving maybe some financial benefit for it too.
I want to go back to talk a little bit about the international partnerships that we've had. And I think obviously COVID has changed things a little bit, but tell us a little bit about your Taiwan cohorts that have come over here. That's a pretty cool experience for those of us that have seen those groups on campus and how they've interacted. Tell us a little bit more about that partnership and what those students not only learn, but what they themselves bring to the campus.
Sure. It was such a neat opportunity to form this partnership with Taiwan, and to even me having the opportunity to travel over there and meet these students even before they became SMSU students, and to build on this. And it's such a great opportunity for the students because they're receiving 4 of the classes over in Taiwan, and then they come over to SMSU and they take 8 different courses throughout the course of fall, spring, and summer semester. And so within 1 year, they're able to earn that degree, that MBA degree. Many of them then usually get an internship, I'll say, it's OPT, so they're able to stay within the United States and work and take that experience back with them to Taiwan. Many of them have family back there that's waiting for them to come back and utilize that information that they've learned. And so it's been such a great partnership. It's been such a great experience, I think, for everybody on campus because it's bringing a whole new culture to campus. I know I've learned a lot of different foods, crafts, I should say. My family alone, we've spent a lot of time with the 280 students that have gone through this program and really have gotten to know them. I keep in touch with them throughout the year. So it's been such a neat opportunity for a girl that's never traveled out of the country and all of a sudden had a venture. It was something that I'll cherish forever, really, definitely.
And I know that's something we're really looking forward to as we start to get back to normal.
Yes.
And we're able to travel again. We're looking forward to bringing additional cohorts here. And I think we do already have a group in the works for starting again next fall.
We do.
So.
I am looking forward to that. I do miss that this year. We've got a few of them that were able to come over, but not the large groups that we're used to. And when we have the larger groups, we plan more events, which this year with COVID, we haven't been able to do as much as that. I mean, I loved hosting them for Thanksgiving. I'd have some of them over for Christmas as well. A lot of them made plans, and I totally understood that. But, there was just so many times that we'd get together and have game night or a baking day. I love to bake, so why not teach them how to bake some American treats? And so taking advantage of that and learning about their culture, and they also learn about our culture in the process.
Cool. So Cori, if someone's interested in some of these upcoming virtual open houses, how do they go about getting a hold of you and taking advantage of some of SMU's programs?
Sure. The virtual open houses, I would say, are taking place here. And one is February 24th, March 17th, and then April 12th. They can easily call my office, which would be 507-537-6819. It might be easier to email, which is just graduatestudies@smsu.edu. Otherwise, if they go to the homepage, you'll be able to find the link to the open houses. And right on there, they're able to RSVP. So one way, just get a hold of me and I'll sign you up, and we'll make sure that we have the faculty and alumni available for the program that you're interested in.
Very good. One last question for you. If you could tell a prospective student and their family why SMSU is the best place for them, what would it be?
Family. I mean, we are just one big unit family. I think that's what students have really appreciated, is the fact that once we help them into the campus, we help them all the way through the process. And years beyond. I mean, I think of how many alumni that I still stay in touch with, that maybe they are needing something else, or they're just wanting to communicate and stay in touch. I just think that family unit is just so strong on campus. You just don't get that at other campuses. You really don't.
You don't. Thank you. Thank you very much, Cori.
Thanks, Bill.
Well, coming up on February 13th through the 15th is SMSU's Alumni Association Mustang Ice Classic. Of course, COVID has changed things again this year, so this year's tournament has gone virtual, and alumni and friends are encouraged to participate no matter where they're at, as long as they're on a body of water that's frozen here in the United States. So to learn about this year's virtual Mustang Ice Classic, we encourage you to check out our website at smsu.edu, and of course you can find all of the other events happening across campus there as well. Once again, thank you to Cori and Dahlager for joining us today. Tune in again in 2 weeks when Jenn Graven, Director of Marketing and Promotions for SMSU Athletics, will be my guest here on Southwest Connections. Thanks for watching.